I was laid off by my company, and I think I felt like it was gonna be, everybody was talking about how hot the job market was, so I was pretty confident that I was gonna find something, and, um, really, it was I was just sort of rudderless because I didn't know I didn't have a process, I didn't really know what I was supposed to be doing other than trying to find a job, and so I felt like I was working every day, but didn't feel like I was getting any results, so I was pretty frustrated, and I was looking for I guess I was really looking for a process that could help me every day know what I should be doing, uh, to take steps towards finding the next role.
I didn't know where I needed to focus. The company didn't know where I needed to focus. And so my future became unclear. Well, I want growth. I want, upward mobility. And that just became more unclear with the company where I was. I didn't have very good work-life balance, as you had talked about. Uh, the type of company that it was, I had to work on site, given the products that they sold. And and so that just did not give me the type of work-life balance and even where I wanted to be to live, it just no longer aligned. Um, and so this move was a big deal for me, to do something that was finally for me.
I work for a large company, and I felt that I could have a lot more potential at what I was doing, but I didn't want to leave the company. It was a great company. It's a great company, large organization. So I wanted to explore just other opportunities, but I didn't know where to begin. And honestly, I kind of felt a little embarrassed about my CMDs, especially my LinkedIn profile, but my resume hadn't been updated in a while. Didn't really know where to start. So that's kind of what I turned to you and worked the program.
Well, so, I was skeptical. I don't know if you'll recall, Chooks, but I had lots of
I do.
questions, and I was pushing on you, and you basically said, "Look, if you do everything we ask you to do, and you put it all together, we'll have you a job in 90 days." And 90 days was when my severance ran out, and so I said,
Yeah.
"Buddy, you got a deal." And so, that's what I did. And so you know, pretty immediately, I think the tangible things that came out of it were I had a really good understanding of what I was good at, and that helped crystallize why I wanted to do the next thing and what I would be doing and sort of what I was looking for and how to sell myself. And obviously, I feel like my LinkedIn page quality went up quite a bit. I got comments on it. My resume was more impactful, better format. So some of the basic foundational elements, I think, really took a couple notches up, and I think also understanding the process and who you're talking to. I mean, I'm very a thoughtful person, and so having step by steps and having when you're talking to this person, keep in mind this is what you're trying. What I mean, so having
Yeah.
sort of a clarified, sort of formulaic approach of what we're trying to do really helped me in my day to day.
Yeah, and that's awesome, and at the end of the day, you got a job. So
Yeah,
which is
within
which
90
is
days.
uh,
Yeah. Well, I want to start with the intangible results because it was the intangible results that really began to formulate and really come to fruition the tangible results that I ultimately
mhm,
got. And so first again, in working with you and your team and your platform, I gained clarity.
mhm,
That for the most part was really what I needed. I understood what my main strengths were, as an employee, as a person, what my values were, and then also how my values and my strengths, how that would ground me in what types of companies and what types of cultures that I'm really looking for, and and could be my best self at. And so those intangible things really help to really changed the way that I looked at my job search,
Exactly.
uh, and was more targeted in my job search. And given that I was looking to prioritize work-life balance, I that was not a priority for me. Uh, it was, well, if I have to take a pay cut to get what I wanted out of my work-life balance, then I would do that, and I did not have to do that.
Yep.
And again, that was all because I was more targeted and more clear about what value I can bring to an organization. And I couldn't have done that without having that clarity. Um, also, a better work-life balance. I'm a fully remote employee now. Um, and they have locations. Well, one, they have locations everywhere in the US and Canada and probably in most other places, but I can work wherever there's a location. And in their main headquartered locations, um, I I have personal connection with. And so even if there was the chance where they would say, well, now you have to come and live in this state or in this state to comply, yeah, I could easily do that and be happy about doing so. Um, so those things, ultimately that I got gained out of my job search and out of my new role, it couldn't have happened without the clarity around my values and my strengths in that process of yours. So, yeah.
Right. Uh, a number of things. Like, first of all, my CMDs, especially my LinkedIn profile, wasn't something I was embarrassed about. Right. I felt proud about them. I was actually able to kind of share them out, reach out to more people. It wasn't something I was trying to hide. And so felt really, really comfortable about that. And it helped boost my own confidence. Uh, I think shortly after that was done, I had applied for an internal position within our organization. We have a large organization. Received an interview with the hiring manager, panel interview, met with the recruiter, and it was all going well. Unfortunately, they pulled that position, um, and uh, in the process of pulling that position, my director realized how important I was to the current group, and I got promoted. So ended up getting nice promotion. Uh, I think if anything, it really kind of helped my confidence as well, and I think it created a lot more visibility for me in terms of um, other people within the organization seeing what I can deliver. So I was really happy that, and it happened really quickly. It was just kind of this whirlwind of activity. It's just, but was glad I was prepared in advance for all the interviews.
Yeah.
So my advice would be, um, if you're in a situation where you're kind of, I use the term rudderless and you're sort of just floating and you feel like you've checked all the boxes. I mean, I'm a marketing person. So the fact that I was struggling to market myself was incredibly frustrating. But it oftentimes can be the hardest, I think,
Mm.
thing to do. I don't like talking about myself. I don't like putting all that stuff together. And so I think from a mindset standpoint, a process standpoint, and then advice getting down towards the end on how to navigate some of it was all really, really valuable.
What your program brings is the process helps you gain a vision,
Hmm.
and the process gives you clear first steps and next actions. And all that's left is execution.
Love it.
And so really think about, that creating that vision for yourself and and moving forward on the next actions that you provide for us within the platform and just execute. And and that clarity and those intangible and tangible results will come. Um,
Yeah.
it's execution after that.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's definitely a great program. I think for me, it was very structured. That kind of helped me out, right? There's like different modules, different exercises to do. Excuse me. It was definitely a lot of work though. I would say that, right? I definitely, for me, I had to set times during the day to actually work on this. And then I would kind of set goals throughout the week to make sure I would do that. So, um, definitely, I think the program is very structured. I would also at times refer back to it if I got stuck on something, or either what to say during an interview, or maybe something on my LinkedIn profile. So definitely, I think if you're willing to put in the work, I think it will definitely help your confidence. It helped my confidence. And I think overall, I just feel a lot more comfortable and confident kind of going forward in terms of, the next steps. So glad. And I think the group, the whole group, especially the Facebook group, is really, really supportive. Right. I definitely think that was very helpful uh, in this, because this can sometimes be a very difficult, lonely journey. So having supportive community was a big positive for me. So overall, recommended.